Welcome back to the garage with the Africa Twin one more time. You guys are back again. Therefore, what are you waiting for? Subscribe! Today, I'm gonna install on the bike 5 cheap items that keep coming up on my Amazon suggested list, but that I never buy. It's those cheap items that you keep seeing, but you keep asking yourself, does it really work? Is it really worth it? What's it gonna look like on my bike? We're gonna answer all those questions, but enough with the chit chat. Let's get on it. Here's the first cheap item that I keep seeing and I never buy until this moment. So, the Africa Twin has a fantastic display system. You have the basic on the bottom, you have a nice big colorful display up top with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. The only problem with the system is that I have to physically plug in my phone into the bike itself. It's usually not a big deal unless you're in a hot situation, not hot like you've been chased by the police, but hot like you're in Death Valley. It's 117 degrees outside like it was last year for me. Well, I solved the mystery of the Android Auto not working. My phone was overheating. And your phone says, I'm plugged in, I'm hot, I don't like you, I'm gonna shut off. So to avoid that, I keep seeing this thing. This is a CarPlay and Android Auto wireless adapter. This is for cars, it's not for motorcycles. I was a little skittish about spending money, although it's not much, on this thing, because it's like I'm always imagining myself crossing the Amazon River, the bike fully underwater, or going to Alaska in a storm, getting buckets of water on me.
Oh, he's infiltrating. Close the vents. I forgot about the chest vents.
But that almost never happens, and in those rare occasions I might just unplug it and forget about it. So I finally pulled the trigger, I bought it, super easy to install, but let's take a closer look and let's see what it actually does. This is the adapter in question. It's very small, just a USB and some lights on this side, and it's just plug and play. They give you a little extension with I plugged in into the bike port, so it's right here. And I also added a little bit of Velcro in the back so I can pull it and put it back on, but mostly because if I just leave this hanging, when I go off-road, this thing is gonna be banging around and, you know. So just plug it in like that, put it on the Velcro like that, and forget about it. If you get a little bit of rain, it's kind of protected by the bike, a little bit. And if it starts raining really hard, just unplug it, plug in your phone, and that is it.
All right, the wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay is working. As you guys can see, no phone. Phone is in the pocket down there, but is working just fine.
It's very convenient and I love it, and I highly recommend it. But let's move on to item number 2. Item number 2 is the brake lever extension, or the foot increaser, or whatever this thing is called. I had it on my F800 GS in the past, but I never missed it. Now that I don't have it on the Africa Twin, in regular riding situation is not a big deal, but what if the ride gets a little bit more tricky? I mean, effectively, it doubles the size of the footing over here. It went in easy enough, I guess. It's a very cheap part, therefore it's not quite a perfect fit. You might gonna have to move it and kind of work it into place, but it's in there. It seems solid enough. It's definitely way bigger than it used to be, and with the boot on, it seems like a good fit, like grippy, but I don't know. I'm not quite 100% on it just yet. I guess I gotta go out and test it.
When it comes to the brake down there, it's pretty big. As you guys can see, I'm using tennis shoes right now, but it's very grippy, and I can feel it with my shoes. We'll see with the boots.
I might have flipped a bike or two in my lifetime. So when you relax at the end of the day and pop a wheelie, went to tap the rear brake to bring the bike back down, miss, and brrr. I think I've done it once with the KTM, once with the Yamaha that I used to have, the YZ. So the Africa Twin, I pop a wheelie from time to time. And this is way more expensive than a dirt bike, so I really don't want to flip this thing. It'll be disastrous. So, recommended? Yes. I don't think it's worth spending much money on it, so definitely buy the cheap one. Item number 3, tank grips. They go right here. Again, super easy installation and very cheap. On this one, I gotta satisfy my demons, which means this grip and the one on the other side have to be put on perfectly aligned, although it never quite happened, but I have to at least try. So you guys step aside for a minute, let me put it on and we'll see. All right, it's installed. It looks okay, even good. The problem might be the adhesive that they use. It's very gooey and still it moves and shifts quite a bit. I'm gonna let it be. Maybe it dries out or something and it gets a little harder. Time will tell. I'll go test it out. Maybe this one is where you want to buy some reputable brand rather than the cheapest one you can find on Amazon.
When it comes to the grips over here, they seem to be working just fine. I thought they would be sliding and moving because they're kind of weird. The 3M tape on it is kind of weird. They shift, but they seem not to be moving too much. Even when I stand up and I shift on the bike, I guess there is not enough. I guess there is not enough grip from my knees or enough movement to shift them around. I'm pretty pleased about that.
I'm still not convinced. They haven't moved that much. I mean, in the end, they worked. So what can I say? They're cheap. They work. Definitely a big help when it comes to scratching your tank. Item number 4 is a protective shield for your headlight. Same thing. I had these on my F800 GS years back. The only thing is I don't really ride with many people when I go off-roading. I'm usually by myself, so I don't really have anybody in front of me to throw rocks at it. And this one is one probably of the more expensive items and harder, not really hard, but harder to install. All right, none of the items I'm installing have installation instructions. For a few things, there is no need of installation instructions. For this, would it be nice? So I put the brackets the way that made sense to me. looking at pictures online, so this one will do. When it comes to putting it on, I believe they want you to put this thing on the 2 slots that we have up front on the Africa Twin. Unfortunately, this will never fit. Let's put that on first and then worry about the bottom side. So in the end, I ended up using those automotive little things over here. Those little things over here, which fit exactly in the slots that the Africa Twin comes with. It's so... Sorry if I laugh, because this is literally, the Americans say jerry rigging at its best. All right, this is done, I guess. None of the hardware actually touches the bike. This is great. All right, I guess it's time for item number 5. Last but not least, item number 5, the Sidestand Footer. So it's a foot extender so that if you park your bike in the sand or in loose dirt, the side stand does not sink in there too much. The Africa Twin leans over a lot when it's on the side stand, so this one might be actually important. Funny enough, the simplest item to install actually comes with installation instructions. This seems very well made, is full billet aluminum, is textured at the bottom, and it comes with some rubber pads that go between the footer and the side stand. I tested the bike without it before. Fairly sandy. Extend down. Oh snap. Does it? Yes, it does. All right. So let's put this on. Let's go back to the spot which I marked, and let's see if this one does better than the side stand without it. Let's see. Actually, not bad. Before it was right there. It definitely helps. For 20 bucks or whatever that thing costs, I would buy it. I did buy it. I would not buy a branded one that is more than 20, 25 bucks. If you can find a branded one that is 20, 25, go for it. But I wouldn't go Touratech $60 footer for your kickstand, because Touratech from Germany, we cross the world and send stuff to BMW. Middle-aged dads. I used to have a BMW, by the way. So in the end, we have 5 items installed on the bike. All 5 fairly cheap, some of them really, really cheap, and a no-brainer, I might add. Thank you very much to my patrons. You guys are the best. For everybody else, if you want to help the channel, just subscribe, that'll do. And those 5 items are gonna be in the links down below. I hope you guys got some good information out of this video. Dai tutti, and I'll see you next time.